There was once a village tucked between two mountains so tall, the elders said they touched the belly of heaven. The village had a name once, but nobody remembered it. They just called it home. And in that village lived a boy named Arun. Arun was small for his age, thin wrists, quiet eyes. The other children ran and wrestled, while Arun sat by the river, watching the water carry leaves away. His father was a woodcutter, strong, broad-shouldered, a man who could split a log with one swing. One evening, Arun's father sat him down and said, "Son, you are soft, too soft for this village, but softness is not weakness. Remember that." Arun didn't understand. He was 7 years old. His mother was different. She was the village healer. She knew the names of every plant, every root, every flower that could stop a fever or ease a broken bone. She taught Arun to listen. "The earth speaks," she would say, "not with words, with patience. A tree does not rush to grow. A river does not rush to reach the sea, and neither should you." Arun loved his mother's lessons, but the village did not. The village wanted strong boys, boys who could carry rice sacks, boys who could climb mountains, boys who did not sit by the river and think. So the other children laughed at Arun. "Mama's boy," they called him, "soft hands, soft heart." Arun said nothing, but every night he lay on his mat and wondered if they were right. Then the winter came. Not a normal winter, a cruel one, the kind the oldest grandmother had never seen. Snow buried the rice fields, the river froze solid, animals died in their pens, and then the cough came. It started with the youngest, a baby, then a toddler, then the old ones. The cough rattled chests like stones in a dry gourd. Fevers burnt bright, children turned blue. The village healer, Arun's mother, worked night and day. She boiled roots, she crushed leaves, she held dying children in her arms and whispered prayers that went unanswered. And then, on the 15th night, she fell sick too. Arun found her on the floor of their hut. Her breath was shallow, her skin was gray. "The medicine is gone," she whispered. "The yellow flower, the one that grows only at the mountain's peak. Without it, I cannot heal. The village cannot heal." Arun knelt beside her. "Where is the mountain's peak?" he asked. His mother grabbed his wrist hard. "No, Arun, no. No boy has climbed that peak in 50 years. The path is gone. The cold will kill you." Arun looked at his mother, then at the village outside, then at his own small, soft hands. He stood up. "Then I will find a new path." He climbed for 3 days. The first day, his feet bled through his straw sandals. He wrapped them with cloth torn from his own shirt. The second day, the snow blinded him. He crawled on his hands and knees. His soft hands, which the village had laughed at, now scraped raw against frozen rock. The third day, he could not feel his fingers. He could not feel his toes. He could not feel anything except the small, stubborn heart inside his chest. "A tree does not hurry to grow," he whispered to the wind. And then, through the white void, he saw it. A crack in the mountain's face, a crevice no man had noticed, and inside that crevice, yellow flowers, hundreds of them, glowing like tiny suns against the snow. Arun laughed, a broken, frozen, desperate laugh. He filled his bag with flowers, and then, clutching it to his chest, he began the journey down. He does not remember the journey down. He only remembers waking in his mother's arms, her face above his, tears on her cheeks. "You did it," she whispered, "my soft-handed boy." The yellow flowers saved them. Every single person who drank the tea lived. The cough stopped. The fever broke. Spring came early that year, as if the mountain itself had bowed to the boy who refused to die. The village never laughed at Arun again. But that is not the lesson. The lesson is this. The village thought strength was shoulders that could carry stone. But strength, real strength, is a small boy walking into a frozen mountain with nothing but his mother's voice in his ears. Strength is soft hands that refuse to let go. Strength is a heart that whispers one more step when every bone in your body screams stop. You do not need to be the loudest in the room. You do not need to be the strongest. You do not need to be what the world expects. You just need to climb your mountain. One step, then another, then another. And when you reach the top, you will find flowers where no one believed flowers could grow, because flowers grow exactly where courage plants them. Your mountain is waiting. Start climbing.